Good evening. Welcome to Swafford Homestead. You know, Pappy, it may just be a new adventure for us going on. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'd say it's a new adventure.
See, I call him Pappy instead of Brett, because I think that's about to decide the name he has decided to call Lincoln to call him.
You just gonna go around in circles? You just gonna tell them?
Oh, for those of you who may not know this, our daughter that lives beside us where Garden 3 is, she had her baby. So we're grandparents. And so we've been trying all 9 months to figure out what the baby can call us.
You're gonna be Mammy, huh?
And he told me that I just started out saying Grammy. Because we don't have a Granny and a Nina and a Meemaw. So, and a Grandma. So we're like, just don't really know what to call me. So I've tried for a long time to say Grammy, but it's so close to Granny.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, he finally settled in on Pappy.
I wonder what they think about that.
Pappy.
Pappy and
Mammy and Pappy.
Mammy and Pappy.
Be interesting.
It was comment.
Yeah. We were going to be Granddaddy and Grandmama, but we just don't look like Grandmama and Granddaddy, do we?
We don't want to look like Grandma and Grandma.
We don't feel like a Grandmama and Granddaddy, so we've been trying to come up with one, and he had a great granddaddy that was named Pappy, and
Could be Paul and Ma.
we talked about Ma and Paul.
Ma and Paul Kittle.
Ma and Paul. But that's a little bit too redneck. I don't know, Mammy and Pappy's pretty redneck too.
I got a friend, his grandchildren calls him Paul.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
true.
reason I didn't go with that idea, because he's already done it.
Ma and Paul.
I had to say granddaddy and grandmother. I had a grandmother that wanted the word mother used. You didn't say mama. They didn't call her mama when my mama was little.
Nope, she was always mother.
She was always mother.
But now, I had a meemaw and a granny. Well, I have a meemaw. Granny has passed away, but and we had a granny and a Granny LaRue.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a Granny Swafford. And
I had a papa and a mama.
And a Papa and Mama Bird.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just interesting. Trying to come up with a name to fit us.
Kind of coming up with a name that nobody else is using in our family, so our grandchild don't pulling their hair out trying to figure out who they're talking to.
You know though?
Or we're not pulling our hair out trying to figure out who they're trying to talk to. We'll probably come close to pulling ours out.
He's an active little one. I FaceTime with Samantha today and watched him. I could sit there and just watch him all day. Ooh, he got a temper.
Mm-hmm.
He got mad at his mama.
Takes after his mama.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He has, and he did on the being born too.
Mm-hmm.
He took his poor old sweet time coming into this world. And with the situations that they have at the hospitals and stuff now, I'm thankful that the hospital she went to allowed one support person with her. So the daddy got to go in with her, but us grannies got not.
Good thing is he's healthy. She's healthy. Everybody's doing good.
Yeah, doing good.
Be a day or two, but.
And he's got big feet. He's gonna be tall.
Maybe.
To grow into those feet, he gonna be tall. He has long toes like his daddy's got. The little one cooks like his mama's. He's got his mama's nose and his daddy's mouth. He's just a combination of my daughter and her husband. He's just so cute. So cute.
I really don't understand this comparing whose nose and whose eyes and his ears and all this other stuff y'all do?
Well, they say you take after a lot of stuff. But now, his head shape, though, reminds me a lot of his Uncle Jesse. Our son kind of has a oval side, which now Lincoln's may not end up that way once he gets all settled back down. After, being born, they kind of have a narrow head to come through. But
yeah. Just hope that's all brain power, right?
Yes, that's what we say with our son. It's all brains. He's a smart boy too. But
you got that off your chest, now what?
What do you mean I got that off my chest? I can't help it. And that did make, I've been meaning to make an update on my conversion disorder. If it was stress induced, the last 24 hours should have sent me spiraling out of control. Sitting here waiting to hear whether or not he's born was about more than I could handle. My son-in-law texts me, because she stopped at a 9 forever. And then he texts me, they may have to do a C-section. And then nothing. For an hour, I didn't hear anything. I was about to climb the walls. I'm texting, what is going on? And he finally sends the picture, and I was like, my daughter explained that he was under strict orders not to touch his phone. She didn't care how many times it went off. Once she went into the pushing stage, he was not allowed to text.
He was there to help.
He was not to answer even me on that. So I was like, oh, I know. I said he was doing fine, but I said, you just don't know what it's like on this side. This is the part of hard parenting. This was hard parenting. Man, I thought when they was growing up and learning to walk was hard. No. When your baby's having a baby, that's hard. Especially when you can't be there. And you're just sitting here and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting. I don't wait good.
She made it hard on me.
I don't wait good at all. I am not a patient person, I don't think.
Not anymore.
No.
But you hadn't had any symptoms of your conversion in weeks.
No, I have had a couple of spouts where my hand locked up and turned, but that's it.
It hadn't messed with your language and it hadn't shut you down.
Not since I stopped taking that medicine they put me on.
She's removed herself from her medicine.
Yeah.
She told the doctor she was going to do it and done it the right way, but yeah, she's removed herself from the medicine.
Well, I've always been told, you can't suddenly stop, so I weaned myself off just before Christmas. And not long after Christmas, everything started clearing up, and I haven't really had any issue with it since the first of the year. So, went back to a new neurologist. I'm not.
No.
He kind of asked me.
You didn't go to a neurologist.
A nurse practitioner in the neurology department.
You went to a neurology department.
But at least he knows what a conversion disorder is. But he wasn't entirely convinced that's what I was. Or maybe he was evaluating to bring to the conclusion that he agrees, I think is what it is. He asked me how I felt about the conversion disorder diagnosis, and I told him I was okay with it. I was happy to understand it, and I told him that I'd done research, and that's why I was back at Vanderbilt, was because a website I went to said that there was a provider there, and the fact that the doctor who diagnosed me studied at Vanderbilt under a person that specialized in conversion disorder. So, and he kind of looked at me funny. I said I'd be seeing her, but she got laid off. And he kind of looked at me funny. I said the clinic that she worked in laid her off due to cutbacks. And then I said the neurologist I was seeing was a migraine specialist, and he goes, oh, well, I was thinking might be migraine related. I said, well, she's ruled that part out. And I'd be going back to see her, but one, she's a migraine specialist. She doesn't do conversion disorder. And two, I got a letter in the mail within a week after my other doctor got laid off, that one wasn't working at the clinic anymore. So in the matter of a month, I lost the psychologist who diagnosed me and the neurologist who was treating the migraines. So I really don't have an ologist to see. So I decided to come back up here because this is where the doctors studied that has treated me and has encouraged me to do research. And in my research, I found that this department understands conversion disorder. So
to be nice about it and not say much, I don't know that I really like the one we've seen. His ideas and ours is a little different.
Well, he's trying to see me from a fresh perspective, and I wanted him to pick up where the other one left off. It's kind of hard. So, but I told him I've been doing this for 5 years, so over the course of the last 5 years, Dr. Johnson had told me to look for triggers. So Brett and I had started looking at it in the mindset of a migraine, where you watch the triggers for a migraine, avoid them as much as possible. We started trying to watch things that would trigger one of these episodes, and I told him, I said, well, I've stressed more over trying to relieve the stress in my life than I ever had stress to begin with. And I don't think stress is one of my major triggers anymore. Yeah. Either that or the last 24 hours wasn't stressful enough. And I don't think that's possible. Because it was pretty stressful. To a point. But now I will say this. People that don't understand, I don't understand how, some people don't understand our faith. I don't understand people who don't have faith, because at one point last night in that hour, I just started crying because I didn't know anything. I didn't know if she was having a C-section, didn't know if Lincoln was okay, didn't know anything, and I just started crying, and I just said, God, please take care of my babies. Because there was nothing I could do. I mean, it's not like I could be there, I could do anything, but all I could do was ask God to please take care of my babies. And I just laid there for a minute, probably a good 5 or 10 minutes, just saying, please, God, please. And within 5 minutes, I get the picture, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. And I really don't understand how people can get through life without faith. Because when I said please, a peace come over me to the point I almost fell asleep. And that was strange. I had never been that peaceful in my life. And then when that little picture come through, I just wanted to reach through my phone and pick him up. He's so cute.
So you know what we've been doing all day.
She's so cute. He's so cute.
See if we can't recap a few more things.
Recap?
You know, we've made multiple videos about different things.
Yeah.
You've talked about the conversion.
Yeah.
I've made one about redoing the tiller.
We plowed.
Oh. The tiller is far enough along I can use it. I still got a few more things to do to it. I'm going to try to do a wrap-up video. Try to get it finished. But Christmas time, I hadn't bought any parts or done anything major to it. Let's see the other one. What's the other one?
You plowed.
No, I'm talking about other videos.
We got a plowing video.
Yeah. The milling machine.
Oh, the other one.
The milling drilling machine. It's waiting on money. It takes a little bit more money to finish it.
Well, we would have had the money to finish it, but the expedition decided it didn't want to start anymore, so the money had to go into making it work.
We didn't video that. That was a
job.
That was a long, grueling job. Putting the starter back on that thing. It's mighty low to the ground, and I'm not small enough to slide out of there. So.
And you couldn't crank it to take it to the shop either, or put it up on anything.
It died at the house. So.
It died at school.
Well, I had to go to the parking lot and work on it.
You entertained the students, though.
Oh, yeah. It took 2 of us 4 hours to change the starter. worst one I've ever changed. I'd rather change one on the bus.
He-
I'd rather crawl under a diesel bus and change it.
The man he works with at the bus barn also does mechanicking, has his a mechanic shop. He said that was the worst starter job he had ever done.
So you have a 2007 Expedition?
Don't
or somewhere in
take
that
it.
area, 2005 to, what is it?
You're going to get charged a lot to have a starter.
7 or 8. If your mechanic don't charge you a lot, he's probably not going to like you when he's done. He still might not like you if he's paying good. Because he's going to be beat up and be abused out of it.
Yeah.
He's going to leave lots of wounds.
That guy told Brett, he said, I know if somebody comes into the shop needing a starter on one of these things, it's going to cost them.
He said he ain't going to do it. He put one of his boys on it.
He put one of his boys on it. He said, that's hard. That's a job. Yeah.
We've had several open videos, or series of videos. I just trying to touch on every one of them. I ain't quit. I'm still going to finish the tiller. I'm going to hopefully get a battery and battery box and battery cables and make you a key-started one.
Yay!
You'll be able to start a tiller without pulling the cord.
So I can not know how to use it and try not to destroy the garden with it.
Nah. If she squeezes the handle, she'll figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah. If
It's
it
one
don't
old
drag
style where
me,
you squeeze the handle and it takes off.
and drag me across the garden.
With that size engine, yeah, it'll pull you right along.
No.
It's not like something else, but
Our sugar cane's still growing good?
the sugar cane kind of scares me from growing it from seed. I have to admit it, because I've never grown sugar cane from seed, and I don't really know for sure that is sugar cane. But I was told it was sugar cane seed, so we're going with it.
It looks like corn.
I keep looking the pictures up and trying to figure out if it's sugar cane or not. It looks like it. The man said it was. It sold me the seeds, so, and it's not a conventional way of starting sugar cane. Most people start it from previous cane. They get the nodes and plant the nodes in the ground. Cuttings off the other sugar cane, in other words. Or it regrows every year if you're in a tropical, subtropical area, like way down south or Florida or somewhere. It'll grow back every year for 2 or 3 years. I'm a little nervous what it's going to turn out to be, but we're going to make a video one way or the other. You're going to see what it does. If it flops, oh well. We're going to give it our try, though, our best try. We're going to do all we can do to make it grow and become something good. But it's below freezing here. It's going to stay around freezing or below for, I think, pretty much for a week now. We're getting our second round of winter. A lot of people's going to get it in this area. So there's no planting of anything.
No.
We're thinking about covering the onions and garlic up because it's supposed to drop down to the single digits 1 or 2 nights. So because they've already started growing, they're already starting showing signs of taking off. So I'd really like to cover them. It won't hurt anything. We'll set up tent city like we did last year.
Oh, yeah.
We had about 10 tents last year over rolls of plants. We had 10 tent rolls, 8 rolls, something like it. It was a bunch of them. We had everything in the yard we could think of covering plants. You've been derailed, huh?
Yeah. I got a question to ask about the baby. My phone has gone off nonstop for the last 24 hours, so I couldn't help myself.
But it's bad weather. We ain't getting out and getting a whole lot done outside.
You know, it snowed around some places.
It snowed last night.
We got rain.
We had a little bit here and there, but you couldn't see it unless you got into the low-lying areas and under trees where the snow would lay and the sun didn't melt it.
It rained.
It was sleet probably, but
It's still
it was
water.
white anyway. When we went to church this morning, you could see the white on the ground. Whatever you want to call it, it was white, and he's sitting on top of the grass. It's ice, it's sleet, it's snow, it's white anyway.
It's supposed to be single digits this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've been single digits.
Been a couple of years since we got down to single digits.
Yeah.
But-
It's going to be cold.
That's what I was talking about, Tent City.
Yep.
We're going to try to cover the stuff we got out. The greens I ain't worried about. That was for cover crop anyway. The fact that we can eat them is the good part, but
The greens, as in
it won't hurt the
the
greens. If it does,
garlic
oh well.
and the onions.
I don't think it would hurt them either. But I don't take no chances. I've worked on them for, so they've been out there, what, 4.5 months? 4 months?
I guess, I don't know. I
We
can't
don't,
remember when we planted them.
we don't any setbacks or any damage, so.
Oh, we transplanted some plants tonight. What was those
Up-potted.
ones? Up-potted. Whatever.
Cherry tomatoes.
Are those the little round ones?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. The seeds germinated really well. We'll pass some out to somebody.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna do
We'll
with
give a
those?
plant or two away.
They were, I have never, I say in all the time I've helped you, it's only been a year, but
Our
in
long
all of
experience.
the moving and moving from pot to pot and propagation tray to bigger 6-packs to the box, I don't think I can remember a single plant that I moved where the roots had run across into another section. I started taking this tomato plant out, and I'm pulling it up, and I've noticed the roots are going out to the other holes in the propagation
That's a
trays.
really good
And
rooting
I
plant.
looked at him and I went, these things are like scattered out throughout this whole section. And no, they were in 6-packs. And it was like they were, all 6 of them in that 6-pack had roots in all the different holes.
They were starting to grow together. They was getting root down.
And he goes, this is why I told you we had to move them. I was like, I've never seen that happen. And all of the moving we did last year.
The cucumbers I moved the other day, same way we up-potted them, which we'll have to go back over them before too long.
Oh, man.
But we've got cucumbers planted from, they came from Baker Creek Seeds. They don't take a pollinator. They were self-pollinating. Don't need no bees, so we can grow them inside the greenhouse. I was trying to think the name of it. I can't come up with it. It's on their website whenever their website's up. Last time I went there, it was down because their sales was so large they couldn't handle it. They was having to shut the website down, catch up on their sales.
That's a good problem to have.
Kind of.
Well, I guess this is kind of one of those porch sitting things, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to think of all the things we've got started, but the weather here has really been bad. It rains, what, at least once a week, not 2 or 3 times. At least
Seems
twice
like
a
every
week.
time I look out the window.
It's muddy and nasty and cold. Not much weather to get out and run around the garden.
There's
You know,
nothing, you
like you were
can't,
saying, I was plowing the other day. It was sleeting on me when I was plowing.
and the ground was still damp and wet, so he was sliding. Yeah, there's nothing called a dry ground right now.
No. It's
We won't
bad.
have dry ground till May, probably.
It's going to have to dry up some. We've got 2 more gardens to plow.
Oh, well.
We've got to get them turned because one of them needs to be planted about the end of March.
Already?
Potatoes and squash and zucchini and all that needs to go out the 1st of April. I watch
That'd be cheapy.
I watch a channel. It's in southern Georgia. It's Hoss Tools, where they grow food, and they're planting potatoes on Valentine's Day. They make the comment that's what you could do for your spouse. You could buy a bunch of potatoes and y'all could plant them together on Valentine's Day.
No ideas, because I ain't doing it.
Well, it's Easter here before we can plant a potato.
I'm going to say,
So
I'm not.
I don't have to give you potatoes for Valentine's Day according to that man.
No. Roses would be nice, but no potatoes.
Easter's when we plant potatoes, and that's when the garden really gets started.
We,
You got a couple
instead of
months.
eggs, we plant potatoes.
You got a couple months.
We don't hide eggs, we hide potatoes.
Rolls of them.
And then they don't get to hunt them until. That's what we can tell Lincoln. Come over, Mammy Pappies, and we'll hide we'll hide potatoes. You just can't hunt them though until.
New Easter tradition here.
We'll hide them in April.
You won't
What
find
is
them
it?
the
We'll
end
hunt
of
them
June,
in
July.
We'll hunt them in June or July.
End of June or the 1st of July.
Oh, that would be funny. We tell Lincoln come help us hunt. That's how we can get him to help us. Tell him we're going on a hunt. We're going to hunt for taters.
I need to get that middle buster plow fixed. Stop digging potatoes. Let the tractor dig them. I need to come up with a way to do that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You dig potatoes with the potato
I know that, but that thingy you said the tractor
plow.
would do it.
The tractor would plow the potatoes and just roll them over.
We
Instead
have
of
one
going
of
out
those?
there with them. Yes. It's leaned up against your house.
Oh, that thing that you got to repair.
Yeah. I said, the one I got to repair.
Okay. Well, honey, you got a lot of stuff around here that needs repairing.
It's a plow. It's leaned up against your house.
It's
It's that thing you go by all the time out there and you don't know what it is.
See, I can say that and laugh because the tractor he uses to plow the gardens with came home in boxes. The MD that he doesn't, is actually, we probably could use it over our garden for, but
Yeah, no pull type equipment.
that's right, we don't have the equipment to go with it. But it came home in pieces.
You get it out one day.
And
Tiller came home in pieces.
the tiller came home in pieces. The two-wheel tractor, it was fully assembled but had to have a lot of work.
Oh, we had to take it all apart and back together several times.
He had to completely take it apart because he took two to make one.
I didn't take it completely apart, but I've done a lot to it.
And this last tiller he brought home, he's taken basically completely apart and redone. So I don't know what it's like for him to have any piece of equipment or anything that he doesn't have to. So when he says, it's the one I got to fix, I'm still saying, which one?
That means you need to buy me a new one, right?
Keep dreaming, baby. Keep dreaming.
I don't have to work on it that way.
Yeah, well, at the price of the new stuff, that's why we keep fixing the old ones.
It's going to be about this big and you just push it around.
Yeah, it'd be Lincoln size.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
Gotta get it out here.
So that's how we start so many videos, is because he'll start building it and he makes the projects for it, and then something always seems to happen that snatches the budget for it.
I think so. The money always gets in the way.
This time it was the truck. If the truck hadn't messed up, you'd have finished them. But
You run across things that you can handle and you can fix, and I can't hardly let them go.
I see junk, he sees something useful. Perspective.
Man was asking me today about that, and I told him, I said, that's the way I was brought up. You fixed it yourself. You couldn't fix it yourself. You found somebody, one of your friends, that could help you with it.
You traded. You fixed something for them, they fixed something for you. You knew how to do something they didn't, you worked on their stuff. They knew something you didn't, they worked on yours. It's the way we do it. But I guess we rambled long enough, Pappy. It's because I'm getting sleepy. It's getting
Take your old
bedtime.
self to bed, huh?
It's getting bedtime. But I hope y'all have a great evening.
Have a great week.
Thank you for watching.
God bless.